Welcome back to TFE, a weekly news podcast in which we give our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the latest gaming, film, and tech streaming news and other random crap we feel like. I am your host, Dan, and I'm joined with you, as always, by my co-host, Danny.
Hello, everybody. How are you? In this week's episode, we talk about Marvel's VFX problem, the gaming console no one asked for, and tech CEOs still suck.
Yes, they do. But first off, we are going into rapid reviews. Now, we have covered our Boys Season 3 review just now on TBO. It did come out late.
Yep, that's because I was hanging out with boys IRL.
You have a life?
Yes, surprisingly, and it consumed most of my day. I went golf for the first time in like 12 years.
Well, mini golf or proper golf?
Proper golf.
Oh, how did you do?
Shit.
That's good.
Yeah, I haven't played golf in about 12 years, and yeah, I got invited out to do it. And
Don't worry,
people.
I play golf regularly, and I'm still shit.
Cool.
Yes, you know, you never get good at that sport. That sport just makes fun of you.
Yeah, well, I was playing with people who play quite regularly as well, and they weren't doing too great, so I felt okay.
So yes, The Boys, excellent show. Go check out our review.
Yep, sad it's over.
Sad it's over, but we got Ms. Marvel to watch, and it's mediocre.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just I don't think we're the target demographic, and I keep having to repeat that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, we got one episode left though.
Yay! Honestly, I can't wait for it to be over. If I'm completely honest.
Well, the
I know
next
I'd have
one's
to continue
She-Hulk.
watching it, but I've got nothing else to really watch, and it's an excuse to do something.
Yeah.
As we all know, I love finding excuses.
Yes, we've had a big old conversation before the show about Dan making excuses. I won't put the context behind that, but just know Dan loves making excuses.
It's my pastime. And with that, we go into Stream That Movie News Into My Head, where we're going to cover a trailer of Amsterdam, which is an ensemble cast featuring the past.
Yes.
I'm a poet, I know it.
Yeah, yes.
Honestly, this trailer I actually really like.
Yeah, it's cool. However, the downside to this is apparently the director, David O. Russell, may or may not have touched his niece inappropriately.
Oh, for goodness sake. Honestly, what is with just film people doing dodgy stuff to ruin films?
Yes, which I'm one of those people who can separate the art from the artist, but it always fucking ruins it sometimes. But this has got such a big cast. It's got Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Alessandro Nivola, Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Mike Myers, Taylor Swift, Zoe Saldana, Rami Malek, Robert De Niro. It's got a big ass cast, and it's basically set original crime epic about three close friends who find themselves at the center of one of the most shocking secret plots in American history. Will open exclusively in theaters on November 4th.
Yeah, this one looks really interesting. I do actually really want to see this film.
Yeah, but you're always going to have that little lingering fact in the back of your mind.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm probably watching Flash at some point. So, you know, and that's a lot worse.
I don't know if I will watch The Flash. I think out of just pure despite for that person.
I've got too much curiosity on that film. I want to know how good it would have been if the guy wasn't a complete nonce.
Yeah, but Dan, let me tell you, curiosity doesn't always satiate that. I watched Cats out of pure curiosity, and it didn't satiate it. It just made me regret my life.
Regret every single life decision.
Yes. But yeah, it's basically a movie set, like, when is it set? It's like World War II, I think.
Yeah, it does have that vibes. It doesn't really give it details in the trailer.
Yeah.
It is a
Christian
Fox
Bale's got like a... Yeah, so come to Disney at some point.
Yes, I'm saying, yeah. So it'd be Disney Plus probably within 8 weeks of release.
Yeah.
Same as Free Guy was.
Yeah. But it's basically Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington are like three friends who met on a battlefield, and then they're trying to like con people, I think it is, or like get out of being like hunted or something. But it just looks cool. It's just a very interesting looking movie.
See, at the minute, I'm so sick of Marvel. I'm looking for any film that's not Marvel that I want to watch. And I'm still yet to watch Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh my god, Timothy Oliphant's in this as well. She's got a massive cast.
Yes.
It just looks cool.
Well, I mentioned Marvel, so let's go on to it, where VFX artists are now refusing to work with Marvel. And this is due to the stress and unrealistic deadlines set by the Disney company.
Yes. If you've noticed Marvel's VFX not looking as polished as movies from 12 years ago, such as I recently rewatched Pirates of the Caribbean. like Dead Man's Tell No Tell. No, what's
first
World's
one?
End? No,
The
the third one.
Third
World
one.
End.
The World's End.
Yeah,
World's
with
End.
Davy Jones, the Octopus Man.
Yeah.
And that visual effect, top notch, perfect. Not a single thing wrong with it. And then you watch current Marvel movies and TV shows, and they're all just like flat.
It's very true. Like, early 2000s films have great effects on CGI.
Like, the first Transformers, for all its flaws, the VFX in that are fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just
incredible
watching
how
Optimus-
it's got worse.
Yeah.
And I think it's just most industries seem to rely on it too much.
Well, I was watching, because one thing is VFX studios aren't unionized, apparently. So they get, like, horribly, like, mistreated in terms of price payments and everything like that.
Yeah,
and
of
for the
course.
work that they do. But then I think the reason why studios use VFX artists more is because, like, getting the actual locations and like props and everything, those parts of the movie industry are unionized, so they're just using a loophole to go through the cheaper labor point to get it. Also, the volume, which is the thing that was used in The Mandalorian and The Batman, was also used in Thor: Love and Thunder and stuff like that. But you haven't watched Thor: Love and Thunder yet, have you?
No, I've not. But I do
But
know
have you
about the edited helmets. All the helmets are done by visual effects.
Yeah. And
Which is
all of
stupid.
Yeah, I find that people are very... I get it, because I've watched it twice now, and you do notice there are some incredible moments in that movie, but there are also very poorly edited parts in that movie where they do look very flat, and it all just kind of looks clunky. And I think it's just because Marvel's trying to do too much too quickly.
There's way too much. How many properties do they release a year now? Like 7,
Well,
8?
we used to get maybe 2 a year, then it went up to 3, and now it's 3 plus like 4 TV series.
Yeah, and thing is, all those TV series are just long films that have film budgets.
Yeah.
Or maybe not quite, but it's up there.
Well, if you look at Daredevil, that wasn't heavily CGI'd.
No, and it's a better TV show than any of the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah. Because they didn't have to spend all their budget. They had to work creatively around it. I think the reliance on... because I think they're with the She-Hulk trailer, they're like, oh, we got Mark Ruffalo, so we'll put all of that into Mark Ruffalo. And then She-Hulk gets the lesser of the CGI. Also,
yeah,
I think...
honestly, it's just a mess. I don't really... think you didn't need to have Mark Ruffalo be the Hulk.
No, because he wasn't the Hulk after the events of...
Shang-Chi.
like, you could have... yeah, well, even then, after the events of, like, Endgame, you could just have him, like... He could have drained all of the Hulk out of him using the snap. And then the remnants of that, because in the comics, it's a blood transfusion between the two of them. Banner could think, oh, he doesn't have the Hulk in him anymore, so it's safe to give his blood to his cousin or whatever it is. And then, boom, the remnants of the Hulk transfer over to She-Hulk. And because it's a weaker version, then you get the transformation back and forth. And it's less angry based, it's more stress based, probably.
That being said, I hope when they do She-Hulk, I know the CGI is probably going to be terrible, but I hope it's an actual TV series and not a long film.
Doubt it.
I doubt it too, but I really hope it's a TV series.
Yeah, they don't have like episodes. They're not like The Mandalorian where it was episode to episode and it had an
Or even
overarching
WandaVision.
story. Yeah, WandaVision was good.
Now, that was episode to episode, and that worked.
Yeah, it had an overarching story, and then it got to the Marvel bit.
Yeah, I was like, stop it.
Which I don't hate. Like, I don't hate any of the Marvel stuff coming out. I think mediocrity is becoming staple in the Marvel stuff, which isn't great.
They're
like, it
becoming
is
the CW.
refreshing. Potentially, yeah.
Where it's just repeating themselves over and over again.
But you just look at the stuff that DC and Amazon are coming out with, like The Boys and the Batman, and even Peacemaker. I haven't watched it, but I think you enjoyed Peacemaker.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
But that's the level of stuff that whereas Marvel, I think's just become complacent. I think someone said it was like I saw someone refer to it as, you know, those TV shows that finish very well and then for some reason come back with another season and it just feels sloppy and like slap chopped because you had the perfect final and then you just get a random another season.
Yeah.
I think that's what the MCU is currently facing. And they can bring it back. Like, the first stage of the MCU wasn't perfect, but it is kind of hard to not look at the CGI and go, oh, maybe you need to take longer and not have this. I think the reason why they're doing it, though, I think this is my reasoning why I think Marvel is so focused on the CGI, because it eliminates a lot more people that can leak stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because if you have specific groups working on specific things, with a very limited amount of, I guess resources and time, they can only do so much, and you know exactly who's releasing what, because you can just then have Mr. Fantastic be cut into the frame. You don't have to have all the actors together and have the potential of a lot of people on set leaking that Mr. Fantastic's in the Doctor Strange movie. I think they're so focused on trying to keep the spoilers under wraps and not have those moments in cinemas ruined that they're relying too much on this. Because I imagine the Spider-Man No Way Home thing. I haven't seen the behind the scenes stuff, but I'm sure a lot of it's probably them maybe all together, but it's all behind CGI backgrounds and stuff like that, so that they're in because I know when they were doing the Mandalorian Boba Fett, or whatever one had Luke show up. Yeah, season 2 of the Mandalorian. Yeah. They literally had 5 people on set to keep the Luke Skywalker reveal as close to the chest as possible.
But at the same time, do you really think it's ruining that much for most moviegoers? How many people actually spend their time looking on social media for the new content? It's a very small minority.
Yeah, I'd have it spoiled for me, but I always just go into the movie and forget anyway. So I'm
that's true. I think most time I forget about the trailer until I see that moment happen in the film, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
Oh
in the
yeah,
trailer.
that happened in the I think the only time what was the movie that pissed me off?
The Suicide Squad?
Yeah, the Suicide Squad. I think that's the only time that's happened where I'm like, okay, the trailer kind of ruined it for me.
Which is sad, really.
Yeah, but other than that, I really enjoyed that movie. But it was just, for some odd reason, my brain just went, no, I'm going to remember everything that happened in the trailers.
But it's strange you might have 2 years in a row where DC beats Marvel.
I think this will be the first time for me.
Well, yeah, second for me, because I think I preferred the Suicide Squad to anything else that came out last year.
I do think I put that as the best DC thing that came out. I think Spider-Man...
Justice League or that.
Yeah. But we got Morbius this year, Dan, so...
Oh, God.
That's 100% number one at the moment.
Number one, for our worst movie category. We should carry on.
Well, we could either determine the best movie or the worst movie, depending on what people think about this. But...
Yes. I'm talking about the best or the worst movie, Avatar 2, which could go either way. And James Cameron has been in the news again for, once again, whining like a little bitch. Let's be honest. Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing.
And telling people not to whine like little bitches.
Yeah, which is quite funny and ironic. He's complaining about people that might complain that the movie's too long, because it's a 3-hour-long film.
Potentially. I think it might be longer.
No, that's what he said. He said it's 3 hours.
Yeah. But I think
maybe 3.5 hours. And I think he said, my kids can hold their bladder for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was basically saying that people can't complain when they binge watch 8 hours of television at home, but that they forget that you can pause.
Yeah. I can't pause the film.
No, unless you give people the button, and that would be really fucking annoying if you just had a bunch of random people having access to pausing the screening.
Also, I know you complain about people having weak bladders, but if it's
a
3.5 hour film, that is long.
Yeah.
That's a long time to hold your bladder.
I don't find that long.
That is long. How much water do you drink a day?
Enough. But even then, I don't, even just pee before and then pee at the end. I don't think that there's an issue. It's just people go into the cinema and don't pee beforehand, or then somehow pee, and then an hour later they need to pee again. That's crazy.
That's what I do though. That's what happens to me.
That's crazy. That's insane. That's just I
go for a wee, and I need another 2. And 2 hours later, I want another piss.
Yeah. I'm amazed.
I have quite a sensitive bladder.
I'm fine. I can hold my piss for ages.
I will. Everyone says about, when you're old, you have to get up and go for a pee. I do that anyway.
I pee twice a day, or
that doesn't sound healthy.
I think it's fine. How many times do you do a number 2?
A pint of water, right?
Yeah.
Which is 500 milliliters, and you should drink 2 liters a day.
Yeah.
So that means you should at least pour 4 times minimum.
No, you just drink one set of pint, then your bladder fills up, you pee once, and then you drink another pint and you pee again.
No, but you better drink much more than 2 pints of water.
Nah, you're fine.
I think you just don't drink enough water.
Well, I'm drinking a nice, refreshing, cold Coke Zero.
Yes. Peak
not
thickness
Spawn.
Here. The peak thickness of Danny. Of drinking Coca-Cola that is 4 days old.
No, this is nice and refreshed. This isn't the sat on the side one. This was a nice, freshly opened one.
Well...
Also, apparently, Sigourney Weaver's character, who was in the last one for James Cameron's Avatar, is playing the daughter of Jake and Neytiri in this movie, which they grew from the tree. So the mentor character is now playing the daughter to the main leads.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't understand what this movie is, and I'm sad I'm going to have to go watch it for this podcast. Or out of just sheer curiosity. Also, I love how James Cameron went basically on a rampage against people who don't like Avatar by saying, oh, people who complain about Avatar and don't he literally called out people who say that they don't remember the names of the characters and stuff like that. Which I find quite funny. Always shut up and say the visuals are incredible. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying your visuals aren't good. I'm just saying your story shit.
Like, the story of the first Avatar is so generic.
Yeah, and it's really fucking boring.
It's so forgettable.
Yeah. Like, you can have incredible visuals, mate, but you gotta also have the story to go along with it. Like, you should know that. You did, like, Alien and all of that stuff.
Well, you now got 3 more
Aliens.
Avatar movies to watch.
Yeah. And a game.
And a game to play. Which we don't want. And do you know what else we don't want? NFTs. So let's go on to No Effing Thanks, where we're going to cover the NFT news of the week. Now, NFTs are dropping and cryptocurrency is crashing.
Yes.
Which means the Nvidia graphics cards and AMD graphics cards are dropping in prices once again.
Yeah. And apparently having a used cryptocurrency miner card doesn't impact gaming much at all, according to
Yeah, that's
tests.
quite interesting.
So you can still use it for gaming, even if you're buying a second-hand one, because all of the people are selling them because the market's crashing and they don't need them anymore.
They go, well, I don't need this. I'm not making any money from this one now, am I?
Nope, might as well make the money off the card, and then, because I'll make more from the card than I will from NFTs or crypto. Do you have a fucking tea in your hand?
Do I have a tea?
Like the golf tee?
Oh, yeah, I do have a golf tea in my hand, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was interesting.
Yeah, I'm fiddling around with it. I tidied up my room this weekend, right? And I found loads of golf tees everywhere, just under my bed. And yeah, I just sort of play with them in my hand while recording because I have to fidget with something. Same as you.
That's what your penis is for.
I'm not sure how I feel about the comment. I don't know if I should be laughing or scared.
Yeah, it determines what you want.
Swiftly moving on. Or I can't go
You're
back
gonna
to
buy. Well, you wanted to buy a new graphics card.
I did,
eventually.
and then I bought a PS5.
Yeah, but are you gonna still buy a graphics card now that they're slightly cheaper?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna wait until next year.
What, when they're even cheaper?
I'm gonna wait until the new ones are cheaper.
What, the 360s and...
No, 460s, 4060s.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was out.
That's coming out soon. It should be coming out next couple of months or within 2 months. So yeah, so once those go cheaper, then I will buy it. But I'm not gonna buy it until then because I don't need it. Like I said, what games do I play? I play Destiny and Rocket League
And Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man on the PS5.
Yes.
So what's the point?
And you can play Destiny and Rocket League on the PS5 as well.
Yeah, but I do prefer Destiny on PC. And I also prefer Rocket League on PC.
You can just plug a mouse and keyboard into the PlayStation.
No, it's just more. It's the lower latency on PC you get. I find it so noticeable.
Oh, I forgot to mention, but Destiny did bring back the ability to jump, drop, and heal.
Oh, did they?
But they made it worse because they basically made it replace the healing rift, and it's now timed. And it takes about 1 minute and 7 seconds or something like that to fully recharge it. So it's completely pointless.
What's the base cooldown? It can lower it if you have more recovery, I think, for Warlocks.
About 1 minute 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my Titan barricade recharges in 30 seconds.
But it also
that gives me a healing rift.
But it also has a limited amount of healing that it can give you, rather than just healing you back up to. It doesn't overcharge you anymore, and all it does is just charge you back to like 50% of what your health was. It now, when you drop down, you can heal people, but that's only if they're in the radius of your dropping down into it. So you can't now if you have that, you can't then put down a healing rift as well. So people can actually just not have to be underneath you when you drop down. They've made it so much worse. But it's back, but it's not what people wanted. And you can just see everyone on the community just hate it.
And then there's the Titans that absolutely love our new ability of having a Titan barricade and not dying.
Yeah.
It's so much fun being able to do
They
master
really
lost sectors.
fucking nerfed the fucking Warlocks in that update.
Do you have any idea how easy master lost sectors are now? How easy it is to do in Flawless?
No.
Me. It's so good.
Well, congratulations.
I could probably do a Master Nightfall easy now.
Well, tag along and just walk behind, I guess, and then just not do anything because I can't heal myself.
Yeah, and you just watch me just become a true bullet sponge, living up to my name.
Well, somehow we got onto gaming news without being in the gaming news section, so let's move on.
Yeah, let's get back. That's a bit later. Let's get back into the NFT news, where Chevrolet have released their first NFT, but no one's buying it, even after they offered a free Corvette Z06.
Yeah. We should bid on it, Dan.
That's what I'm thinking. Also, the NFT does look kind of cool.
Well, it's just the car.
Yeah, but it still looks actually kind of cool art stuff. That was on a display. I'm buying it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fucking Rocket League loading screen.
Well, it's described as that Corvette Z06 driving through Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
But yes, you are right. It does sort of look like the last season of Rocket League style. Sort of slightly cartoony, but I do actually really enjoy it. I think that looks cool, but it's an NFT. I don't want it.
Oh, they also did it twice, but still, once again, no one bid on it after the second attempt.
Yeah, but what was the lowest bid?
No one bid.
Yeah, but what was the lowest? There must be an entry bid. Otherwise, someone would
No, zero bid. No one bid at all. They all got 0 bids no matter what. So the auction was held from June 20th to June 24th. Super Rare, the NFT marketplace that oversaw the auction, tweeted on June 5th that it would reopen bids for 24 hours because some users missed the window. But apparently that didn't work and the auction closed yet again with 0 bids.
Which is a shame. I would have bid on it. I wanted that car.
Well, you might be able to. They might reopen it again. But also, I don't think you can get Chevrolets imported without massive import tax and stuff like that.
That's true because they don't sell in the UK anymore.
No.
I still want
it was also only accepting bids in Ethereum.
Ah, yes.
Which is one of the most volatile drops in recent history, dropping about 64% since April 1st.
Can you say that without putting a smile on your face?
No, not at all. No.
Just see you grinning, saying, I was right.
I fucking warned everyone.
It's burning.
Mm.
Yes, well, NFTs don't seem to be doing too well, and neither do crypto, and neither do crypto scams. But crypto scams
crypto scams are doing well. That's the one thing in the crypto market that does well.
Well, they're probably doing even better after they have taken over the British Army's YouTube and Twitter accounts.
Yeah, which is just funny.
Yeah, and yes, it was fully taken over, so they changed the profile picture, they changed the banner.
They gave him a stupid NFT Twitter logo. Possessed.
They changed everything. They changed absolutely everything. And it's amazing how the British Army, that is, the Ministry of Defence, couldn't defend their own Twitter account. Which is quite scary for Russia.
So they also deleted all its videos as well. Have replaced the British Army's videos with a series of old live streams featuring former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey and Tesla CEO Elon Musk. These lives was previously aired as part of the B-Word conference held by ARK investors last June, but hackers also added an overlay that encouraged users to participate in a crypto scam. The title aired 4 live streams at once, one of them raking up to 1,000 viewers.
Yeah. So imagine a lot of people lost a lot of money. Don't fall for crypto scams. If it's too good to be true, it's not real.
Yeah. But hey, it's unclear. It's unclear currently how the hackers easily took over the 2 accounts. But I imagine someone in the army just basically opened up an email going, "Hey, do you want some free money?" And then they just got all of their data stolen from that.
And they're like, damn it.
Good old British Army.
Yeah. Well, some people do want NFTs, but no one more than the company Polyum, thank you. I've been waiting for the article to load. I cannot remember off the top of my head. Where they are committed to their Web3 game console.
Polyum.
Oh, is that what it's called? Polyum?
Maybe.
Polyum is just a brand, but...
Yeah, no. It's the Polyum is the brand. It features Grit, a Western Battle Royale, which I think we've talked about in previous episodes.
Is it all NFT games?
Yeah, but there aren't any. Because they're all dying because NFTs are crashing.
But they're committed to it. They want, this is the future. NFTs are still the future.
Also, if you look at their logo and then you type in GameCube logo, it's literally a flipped version of the GameCube logo.
Yeah, you are right. It is.
And they've said that this is a customer-focused console where the customer decides what happens with the console. So because the customers have inputted that they don't like the logo, they're going to change the logo. Not because they're getting probably threatened with lawsuits about the logo.
Yeah. Also, this console looks tiny from their renders.
Well, it's probably just a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, it does look like a Raspberry Pi, and it's probably a scam as well.
Oh, yeah, that's indistinguishable.
They seem to
they also
copy the Xbox numbers. Oh, letters, sorry.
Yeah, they also claimed that it would integrate Touch ID, which is an Apple trademark, even including Apple's own logo for the feature. But they had to take that off immediately because I'm sure Apple got involved.
Apple are very good at stopping that. It does look like they're just trying to copy from everyone else.
Yeah.
Which, NFTs, right? That's not what they do. I swear that's what NFTs are.
Yeah, it's just stolen valor placed in a box or on a website. It's just everything is stolen and claimed to be theirs.
That's very true. And I've had enough of NFTs now, so let's go on to We've Lost the Controller of the News, our gaming news of the week. And our first story is a Lollipop Chainsaw remake has been announced for 2023. The first one being released in 2021.
Yeah.
That's not right, 2012. I got the 1 and 2 mixed up.
Yes, well done. The interesting thing about this is that James Gunn apparently worked on the first one as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently James Gunn was like involved in the writing of the first game, or like the original game, so...
Did someone have father issues?
Probably.
I feel like every bit of James Gunn's writing always has something to do with father issues.
Well, I can't remember because I have played this game, but I played it ages ago. I think you play because you're in a zombie apocalypse basically, and you're like this teenage girl in like a skimpy like cheerleading outfit, and your boyfriend gets infected, so you cut off his body and it's only his head, and somehow he's still alive and attached to your like hip. And it's just basically you going on adventures trying to cure the zombie apocalypse, from what I remember. It was quite fun. It's like really over the top, like combat style. Like it was really fun. But I imagine this would be quite a fun remaster.
Yeah, it does look really stupid, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Why we need it? Who knows? But every game gets remastered at some point, so
It would be
just look
interesting
fun.
to see what a remaster would look like.
Yeah, I wonder how sexualized the main character's gonna be.
Probably very.
Because she was always heavily sexualized in the first one.
Surely
but-
it can't be more. Not in this day and age.
Well, they probably might tone it down a bit, which will piss off a lot of people. And they might ramp it up even more. So
It'd probably piss off people like the Lola Bunny, even though she was never that sexualized in the first place.
no, and that was fan art that got shared around. But people thought it was real.
Yeah, everyone was like, no, not our Lola Bunny. It was, oh, that's not our Lola Bunny. That's
That's
fan art.
erotic fan fiction that people drew up because they wanted Lola Bunny to be that thick.
Yeah. People are horny for Lola Bunny. So would you get the remaster?
I might. Depends on how much it's priced at. Because games are expensive.
It will probably be 65 quid.
Probably. Or 70.
Or 70.
I'll have to. Or 70.
Or 50. 50 is a cheap end. Imagine that. £50 is now a cheap game.
Yeah. Imagine last year where 50 was the most expensive game that you could buy.
Yeah.
Unless you bought like a deluxe edition or something like that.
Yeah, I remember a deluxe edition was £55 for the PS4.
And then the ultra deluxe was like 70.
Yeah, and now the base game's 75.
Oh, well.
That is mental, by the way. That is so much money.
I get the gaming is costing a lot, and like I think The Last of Us had to come out and basically say it's not a cash grab that they're remastering the first game. Like it is a completely rehauled version of the game, and it's like one of the most detailed things they've ever done.
Wait,
But
you are doing a cash grab. When is a remaster not a cash grab?
When they say it's not.
You're remaking content. Because
Yeah,
you
you
know
know.
you sold well previously. Is that
Yeah.
not the definition of a cash grab?
Yeah. But they said it's not, so it's not.
Yeah, well, we'll get on to some more Sony stuff later.
Yes.
But first up, let's go to PAX Organizer. The organizer that does Reed Pop, New York Comic Con.
Keep going. You're not screwing this up at all.
I think I messed up a little bit, right?
Just read the title.
They did do New York Comic Con.
Yeah, just read the title though.
Yeah,
Just
so,
read
yeah,
it
the
word
PAX
for word for
organizer-
what it is, and you'll be fine.
Repop did PAX and Repop did New York Comic Con. Yeah, sorry. They are officially taking over E3 and they want to make it for the fans and make it back to its glory days, essentially.
Yeah, we're gonna get Hall H again. Everyone's gonna, Hall H. Hall H is where in the Comic Con where everything big happens.
Ah, right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's where like all Marvel releases its big trailers and stuff, or DC releases its big trailers.
Well, I
'Cause
would
think-
like for E3 to become great again.
Yeah, get that Donald Trump running through your veins.
I got through in the joke, right? It's American, right? Yeah, I would like for it to be good again. When it was good as a child, I wanted to go to it.
Yeah, I still want to go eventually, but it's more for the press. It's not a fan event.
Yes, but that's what Reed Pop wants to change. Reed Pop wants to make it for the fan again.
Yeah, but you don't need it for the fans. It was just a convention for the press. The only reason why they tried to make it for the fans was because it was dying, because you could just have all of this news online. So they only made it an in-person event thing so that they could have people buy tickets. And it was never built to be like a fan convention.
What it is now, they want to make it more for trialing out new tech.
Yeah.
Trialing out
We
new
might get
demos.
those VR booths where they have porn games and people fuck random anime girls in VR in public.
Has that actually happened?
Yeah, that's an actual thing that happens. I think
That's
it's
weird. No.
I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. Hang on. Go incognito.
Don't send... Oh, he's sending it to me, aren't you?
Yep, keep going.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So they want to make E3 more for the consumers, and they're going to start from 2023, so E3 will be back, and it'll be back to LA again. They're saying it may be too ambitious to do some things, but they're going to give it everything they can to make the event fantastic. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. I don't think we'll be going next year in 2023. We may go the year after if it does go well.
Yeah, sure.
It said May, all right? May. Doesn't say will, May.
Okay. Huh, found it.
However, E3 may want to get back their big franchises of EA, Sony, and Activision, as they all left recently.
Yes. There you go, Dan. I have sent you the video.
Oh, God.
Live reaction.
Why are we having a live reaction? Do I want to do this? I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah, you do want to do this, Dan. You
Oh,
want to
it's on
watch...
Reddit. Of course it's on Reddit.
Well, yeah, that's how you do things.
It's going to call my history on Reddit. Oh my God. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, and I wasn't expecting that.
I told you. Told you, Dan.
Not sure how I feel about this one.
This is what anime conventions are all about. And VR conventions. You're not happy that you've seen that, Dan?
No,
You've seen
also,
a grown
why
man.
were you doing that in public?
Why wouldn't you?
What do you mean, why wouldn't you? I'm just currently reading through all the comments.
Well, read them another time, Dan. We got other news to cover.
Oh,
For example-
apparently someone just put, we actually finished? What? Is that true?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. He was very into it.
So weird. I can't imagine some of our friends have been into that.
True.
So we should
I
move
recently
on.
learned that a friend is putting people's faces on deep fakes.
Oh, yeah. I saw that
Yeah.
as well. I was like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, as long as they're not doing certain videos and you in certain positions, but you'll be fine.
They definitely did.
Probably. But yeah, this is a bit of news that's way too late and we couldn't save you from missing out on it. But grab the Matrix Awakens Unreal demo before it's delisted on July the 9th.
Yeah, it's currently July 11th as the time recording. I don't know when this is going to go out. Probably tomorrow.
12th.
July 12th.
Or if I edit it, it'll just come out today at some random time.
Yeah, it'd be me because your editing is awful.
My editing is perfect.
There's a reason why the audio always sounds better on TFE than it does on TVO.
I like my editing.
Yes, where my audio sounds good and then yours sounds awful.
Mine sounds great.
Yeah, sure.
We'll let the comments decide.
Yeah, that's all to know. It's gone now.
Which is
Bit
a
of-
shame. I like that demo. There wasn't much to do in it.
To be honest, I think Spider-Man Miles Morales kind of shows off the same greatness. Like, it still is good. That game shows off a lot of the same things.
It is New York, yeah. It's just...
And talking about shelving projects, Rockstar is reportedly shelving a Red Dead Redemption and a GTA 4 remasters to focus on GTA 6. This is probably to do with the
Backlash.
backlash. I was going to say backslash, and I was like, that's not right. Backlash.
Well, backslash could be what they've accidentally done, and then they've deleted all their progress. They're like, oh
Yeah.
no, we're just focusing on GTA 6. We haven't done anything.
Yeah, the backlash of the GTA 5 remaster. Because that one was bad.
And the GTA trilogy as well.
Yeah, the GTA 5 remaster was definitely a cash grab.
Well, yeah.
There was nothing new, and it was the same game they made you paid for.
They made the load times faster.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. And then they charged you like 30 quid if you didn't get it first 3 months on PlayStation Plus or whatever. which I didn't do, or the GTA Online for free or whatever it was, and then you have to pay for it now.
Yeah, Rockstar's does not seem good at doing remasters.
Well, they used an AI to upscale all of their old game, like Trilogy, and then it just fucked up and made things stretch and broken in the rain and everything, and it was just a mess. I hope GTA 6 is good, because I didn't really like GTA 5 all that much. I thought it was fine. It wasn't my type of game that I wanted it to be.
Yeah, same. I think it was also because it's America, and we did not want to be doing it. Would you prefer if it was London?
I don't really care about. I want it to be like set in like a Spanish city, or at least like Italy or something. Because they're like Britain sucks for like interesting things unless you're in London.
Do it in Birmingham.
Yeah, you could.
GTA 5, GTA 6 Birmingham edition.
If you do GTA in London, like in in the UK, just do all of the UK. Like have it so that you can, because the size of it, like the UK compared to like some of the states in America, is basically smaller. So you could just fit the UK in a map. It'd be a lot of process, and you'd have to fill it out quite a bit. But this game is probably going to take forever anyway. So just do the entirety of England if you're going to do England.
Yes. What's the estimated release date? I think I remember them saying
There isn't.
Huh?
There isn't one. It will be when it comes out. It'll probably be 2026 or something.
Yeah, I think that's what they're estimating. They also want to avoid a crunch period, so they're going to release a smaller game at launch and then have post-game updates.
Probably.
Well, no,
also,
that's what they've said.
Yeah, but they're also going to charge you for all of those updates.
Probably, because they need to make the money for it.
Yeah.
Although GTA 5
I can't complain because I can't complain because I also pay for every DLC for Destiny, so I can't complain about it.
Are you going to pay for the next season pass, for the battle pass of the season?
I already have it.
They're doing event season pass now.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that, because I don't do it enough.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, I don't do that though.
And I'm probably still going to pay for it.
I don't play the game enough now to justify. Yeah.
Should we have a quick look at how much I've played in the past 2 weeks?
I really don't care that much.
No, but I want to know how much I've wasted my life.
Okay. Well, you do that, and I'll talk about Ubisoft appearing to remove access to Assassin's Creed Liberation HD for even if you own the game.
Yes, it sucks.
Yeah.
But that's because you do not own that game. You own the lease of that game.
Yes. The downside to digital only or like digital purchasing is they can just take... We got another one as well coming up with PlayStation talking about
We'll talk about as well. It's a similar story. So
yeah,
PlayStation,
okay, yeah.
PlayStation is removing purchase movies from their users' accounts in some regions. And this is
basically due to licensing issues where they've lost...
Slightly different to what Ubisoft's doing.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft's just doing it because they don't... I don't know why they're doing it. I think they're just taking access away from the game.
I think Ubisoft is just a bad company.
As stated
in our I've only spent 20 hours.
As stated in our support article, only DLCs and online features will be affected by the upcoming decommissioning. Current owners of those games will still be able to access, play, or download them. Our team are working with our partners to update this information across all storefronts and are also accessing all available options for players who will be impacted when these games' online services are decommissioned. On September 1st, 2022, it has always been our intention to do everything in our power to allow those legacy titles to remain available in the best possible conditions for the players, and what is working towards. So yeah, but it's still, even if you own it, you won't be able to play it, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, they're also doing it to 15 games on the same date.
Oh, really? What are the other games? Do we know?
Well, it was shutting down online connectivity for 15 games on the same date. So I don't know if they're taking them off, but they're shutting down the online capabilities of them. So
to be honest, I think very few people are playing these games anymore.
Yeah.
Which is sad, you know.
So the full games of what services will be stopped is Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Liberation, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Driver San Francisco, Far Cry 3, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Prince of Persia and the Forgotten Sand, Rayman Legends, Silent Hunter 5, Space Junkies, Splinter Cell, Blacklist, Zombie U.
Yeah.
So all of the online capabilities of those will be taken off. Or at least some aspect won't be able to be played. Yeah, you won't be able to link your Ubisoft account in-game or use online features. Additionally, installation and access to the DLCs will be unavailable.
Which does suck, but to be honest, that was always going to come eventually.
Yeah.
But maybe it shouldn't come when you can't download the game at all, for no reason.
Yeah. It's a dodgy situation, and like maybe
a dodgy situation by a dodgy company.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
But they have got a good game that looks cool coming out.
Yeah, that which is Skull and Bones, sort of the Sea of Thieves.
yeah, and Assassin's Creed Black Flag's like pirate aspect of it.
Yes,
because that was what this game was. It was like it was meant to be like a spin-off of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and then they made it this entire new game. And it's been in development for ages. It went cold like a lot, and then it's currently just resurfaced as like an actual thing that they're releasing, which is good.
Well, I had a look with the comments of this game, and they seem to be mostly positive.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I did not feel so positive while watching it. I thought it looked quite boring to me.
Yeah, you gotta like pirate games.
Yes, I suppose, but I just thought it was worse than Sea of Thieves. Like I thought Sea of Thieves was good just for how goofy it was. How stupid it was that you could just like look like an idiot.
The original E3 trailer was in 2017.
Oh wow, that is 5 years.
Yeah, and we haven't heard anything since, or barely anything since.
Would you be getting it?
No.
No, me neither.
I mean, it looks nice, but I don't think any of our friends would play it, and it's an online game, and I don't feel like anyone would want to play it.
Yeah, and once again, it doesn't really appeal to me. It seems like you're the captain of the ship and you bark orders, which means it's more of a strategy game, and you've got to strategize on how to win victories and win battles, which I don't see the appeal of, really.
Well, you are still in control of the like crew and everything, and you get to...
Yeah, but you don't leave the ship. The point is you're the captain of the ship.
You can leave the ship. Yeah, you can.
You need to go on another boat. Like, you don't go on land.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, on the trailer, I didn't see it.
There's a game hub. You go to like coves and stuff.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but I mean like actual exploration. It doesn't seem...
I think you do get to still explore islands, because you can take down like battlements and stuff, and you can like engage in like crashing into them.
See, I love in Sea of Thieves. You can climb into the cannon, you get shot out the cannon onto someone else's boat, which is the most stupidest thing, but it's so funny.
Is Sea of Thieves free? It's not, is it?
Only on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, it's on there.
Right.
Which I did for a month because it was £1.
Nice. I got it for free from some subscription service I had, and I had it for 3 months, and I played one game, and then I just didn't use it.
No.
Because the downside to having subscription services is I already have most of the games that go on them, so... But speaking of games that we would probably get...
Yes, God of War Ragnarok. They have now released the cinematic trailer for the upcoming Sony exclusive.
Gives the new official release date of when it comes out.
Which is?
The 11th of the 9th, 2022.
2 months away.
Yes.
2 months for me to finish the first game.
And 2 months for them to delay it again. Yes. But I don't think they will, because I think they've done a decent job of like tampering expectations, especially when people were like threatening, like sending dick pics to people to try and get them to send the game out early and stuff like that. Or like
I really hope this game eventually comes to PS Extra.
It probably will. So it's not coming out day on release, but
no.
If you follow like the Spider-Man thing, it'll come out eventually. I still need to play Stray. Has Stray come out yet?
I think it's out, but it's free on Extra in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I have. Oh, right. I have it. So, well, I have the highest tier one, so I'll probably get
the highest tier one allows you to play a demo, or I think that's just it. You can play a demo of the game.
Right. And then
but I think that game actually becomes free on Premium and Extra in a couple weeks.
Right. I want to play that game. That game looks fun.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Apparently, it's the most wishlist game on Steam.
Add to wishlist. Yeah, it comes out on the 19th, apparently.
Yeah. Is that 19th? Is that 19th official release date, or is that 19th just on Extra?
Just as available 19th, so...
Right, okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing...
But it releases day one on thing, so... Yes. I imagine it's...
Yeah, I want to play it. It seems cool. Apparently, it's just like an adventure puzzle game.
Yeah, where you have a cat and you walk through a city with robots with TV heads.
And to be honest, the aesthetics look amazing.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I love how we've talked more about Stray than we have God of War.
Yeah, I haven't finished the first one, so like... Or any of them. I never finished any of the God of Wars. Like, I like the series. I just don't finish games, and then I buy them.
I don't find it interesting enough from the beginning.
I mean, the combat looks sick, and like the combat that I played was fun. You just hit a point where you can't progress, and you're like, oh well, I'll come back to it, and then you never come back to it.
I think I was playing it, but then I had to go out, and then I just got busy, and then never come back to it.
Yeah, that's the sad reality of life, isn't it?
I also think when I first played on a PS4, it didn't help, because I had the original PS4, which was a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
And would probably be a lot more efficient on the PS5.
Or PS4 Pro.
I also don't have that one. So let's go on to the Weird Wacky Wonderful, where Egypt has arrested the organisers of Joke Halwan Real Batman Battle event.
Yes, well done.
Why?
Well, you said the title correctly.
Thank you. That was actually a weird one because I don't speak Arabic or understand that word. I'm assuming that's a place in Egypt.
Yes. So we've spoken about... I think we spoke about the Josh fight where...
Yes, I was trying to think of what it was.
the one true Josh. This was a event organizer, and the Area 51 thing where people made an event to try and storm like Area 51. This was a organization or like organized event set up to try and find the one true Batman. Because one person posted I'm Batman, then another person posted I'm Batman, and then let's finally solve the issue and find out who the one Batman is and have an actual fight on the 13th of August. So it was set up. And whilst in the US and in the UK, it probably seemed more lenient to like meme culture.
Yeah.
Egyptians don't take these things as quite as...
You're organizing a battle royale.
Yeah.
Literal fight to the death.
Yeah. So, whereas I don't think anyone would fight to the death. Like the Josh hit fight was just people hitting each other with like the pool noodles.
Yeah.
And they let a small child win.
Yeah.
So, but I think this was probably taken a bit more seriously because of where it is and like people probably actually maybe trying to actually fight to the death. But yeah. So this was, so the organizers got arrested, and so it's just the headline, Batman got arrested, basically, which is why it's in the news.
It's quite funny how you can have a bunch of Batmans just fighting each other to the death.
See, the thing is, I'm sure DC would have encouraged it.
That sounds like a great movie, by the way.
Like, Zack Snyder would have probably gone, oh yeah, this would be the great, like, multiverse battle that I've always wanted. Like, a real bunch of Batmans fighting to the death. Would have probably
it sounds great.
Yeah, I think it's also because they probably didn't get a permit or anything. Because unauthorized public gatherings of more than 10 people have been banned in Egypt since 2013.
Oh, I love the lack of free will.
Yeah.
So good. Imagine that over here.
Yes.
It just wouldn't happen because everyone would be in prison.
Yeah. But Boris Johnson's leaving, so...
Yeah. Well,
That's
talking
news.
about fighting to the death, which sometimes a katana's used. And former Facebook employee says CEO Mark Zuckerberg waved around a katana sword around the office.
Well done, Dan.
King of Segways right here.
Yes. Yeah, this was just a news story that came out recently about Mark Zuckerberg in the early days of Facebook threatened people with katana swords if they weren't doing coding properly.
I thought it was dress code.
Or dress code. I think it's just code.
I think the guy said it was a dress code.
I think it was coding. I don't imagine Mark Zuckerberg is any sort of man to care about fashion. I think it's just code.
Let me check. It just says, oh yeah, it doesn't like the code on the
Yeah.
stuff that was being put on the website.
Yeah, told you it was code.
Yeah.
Do you think Mark Zuckerberg cares about fashion?
I thought it was a bit weird.
The man wears the same outfit pretty much every day because he's one of those people who believes in the idealistic belief that if you wear the same thing every day, you don't waste your brain cells trying to look smart or fancy, and you just get on with your job and you save your brain.
Yes. Also, take this guy with a pinch of salt because he did get sacked from Facebook and he lost 500 million because of it.
Yeah.
And this guy said at the end, everyone should get fired from their job to see what it's like.
Everyone should get fired from their job. I agree with this man.
Don't get fired from your job. That's a stupid idea. Just to clarify, don't do that.
No, everyone should. Do it.
Don't listen
We are
to
not
him.
liable, though.
He's an idiot.
We are not liable.
Don't get fired from your job.
Go
And
watch
try hard.
Minions. Spend all your money on Minions.
Yes, Minions. Well, Minions did come out, and it is doing very well in the box office. It is beating Thor: Love and Thunder.
I've watched it.
You've watched Minions?
Yes.
Is it good?
No.
Is it better than the first
I will
one?
explain. I don't know. I haven't watched the first Minions movie.
Well, I'll explain
I'll-
later, but the reason why Minions is doing so well is because there's a cinema trend going on TikTok, where hashtag Gentle Minions is trending, where men in suits,
Teenagers in suits.
teenagers in suits, are going around into Minions movies and watching Minions films. However, they've been causing upset and shouting out not good things.
Well, when I went and watched it, people cheered and clapped, and it was filled with teenagers. So I regretted my life instantaneously when I went and watched it. Because I'll explain why I went and watched it. Because at the cinema that I live near, they have a board that has 5 movie posters. And ever since I have been going to that cinema, I have always wanted to achieve the 5 movie poster, complete set.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
come close. I have come close on multiple occasions. I have done it once, and that was because I had to force myself to watch Cats and Frozen 2 to go and complete the board.
Honestly, why? Anyone listening to this is just picturing you as just a really old white man who's just stuck in his mum's basement.
Yes. However, essentially, at the current moment in time, it is Jurassic World Dominion, the Elvis movie, For Love and Thunder, Top Gun Maverick, and The Minions. I have seen 4 of those movies at this current stage in my timeline. The only movie I have to see is Elvis. The one movie I wanted to go watch, but hadn't. So when I go back to work and I use my free cinema ticket, I will be going to watch Elvis, and hopefully I will be able to complete that board again. The downside is they might swap the poster out before I get back to work. So I may have watched Minions for nothing.
Yes, and yeah.
But yeah, it's not good. I do not recommend it. It is not a good movie. I laughed once, and that was it.
But aren't you just grumpy? I swear you're just grumpy.
No, it's just not good.
Have you watched any of the Despicable Me's?
I've watched, I think, the first 2, maybe the third one.
The third one's when he has a twin.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched that one. I remember watching the one with the Mexican, wrestler.
That's the second one.
Yeah, and then I've watched the first one, and then I gave up after that.
And you've not seen the first Minions?
No. I was going to, and then I was just like, no, I have a brain.
I enjoyed the first Minions when I watched it.
It's the one where they have to skip past the World War II because they know that the Minions would support Hitler.
Yeah.
Because they get frozen in ice around World War II.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because they
would
have to side with Hitler because they follow the most evil person in the world. And you can't have, even though they followed Napoleon Dynamite and stuff, not Napoleon Dynamite, Napoleon, they can't have him support Hitler.
Yeah.
But everyone knows the Minions would support Hitler.
I never actually thought of it, but yeah, you're right. That is true.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know about the first Minions movie, is that they have to skip over World War II because they can't have the Minions support Hitler.
Well, what do you make of the TikTok trend?
It's stupid and I hate it.
Great, excellent.
Why did you need to wear a fucking suit and bring in bananas to the Minions? Why did this get the meme attendance that Morbius was claiming to get?
Honestly, I'm watching some of these TikTok videos now, and there's just so many people in suits just watching Minions.
Yeah, it's stupid. This is what I don't understand, how you market to Zoomers anymore. Hollywood must be so confused because Sony must be going, how the fuck did this get people to go to the cinemas? Yeah. And the Morbius one didn't.
Why are people watching Minions more than Morbius?
Look, I can't talk because I've watched both.
Yeah, but which one's better? Is Minions better than Morbius?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that the Minions is a better movie than Morbius. But it's just weird that Morbius didn't, Sony re-released it because they thought people were serious about going to watch it. And then somehow the Minions
a better film than Thor?
No.
Not more enjoyable, is it just a more better film, more cohesive?
No, not in the slightest. Minions is garbage. It's got a very generic plot. And it's just Minions doing shitty Minion things. Yeah, so if you like the Minions doing stupid Minion things, then yeah, you're going to love it. But it's not a good movie. On
the news the other day, there was this 40-year-old man who just going so much about he loves Minions. And he's got Minion socks, Minion slippers, and all sorts. And he goes, I absolutely love the Minions. Oh, this is a great film.
I don't get the love for the Minions. It's like Crazy Frog, but
I don't mind the Minions.
They're fine, but it's so weird that this is the backbone of Illumination Studios.
This is the peak of animated comedy right now.
Yeah, wow.
And it has been for the past few years.
Yeah, a fucking yellow little cylindrical tube saying banana is peak comedy. It's just because Facebook mums love to post racist memes with Minions attached to it. It's the only reason that the Minions are popular. It's because old people like them on Facebook. And then
I don't even know how this trend started, by the way. I don't get it.
I can't. I imagine it's because some cunt just decided, ha, let's go watch the Minions in a suit because that's funny. And then people were like, oh, that's funny. And then it just spiraled.
Yeah, probably.
Because the internet is stupid and nothing makes sense. And TikTok is just dumb and will promote the stupidest thing as a trend.
See, can I just not be Gen Z?
No, sadly.
I really don't want to be, but I also don't want to be millennial. I want
I'm
to be
also
like, in
pretty
between.
sure I'm Gen Z, so
I wasn't sure if aren't you on the cusp, like in between both?
I'm between both. I think I fall because I'm technically in not the millennium, the new millennium.
Yeah.
I'm not 2000. I'm like 1998. So like I think I fall because it's technically 1995 or 1996. Is Zuma?
Yeah, I think it's definitely you're definitely on the cusp.
Well, it's Zuma. I can't remember what I can't remember Gen Z or whatever the fuck it is. They keep changing the names. Well, they have different names.
Gen Z isn't a thing anymore. Like no one born now is Gen Z.
Nah.
It's Generation Alpha.
Yeah. That's sad.
Some true alpha males are being born right now.
I hate the world. Oh well. But yeah, that's a thing. The Minions, the rise of Gru, has risen to take over cinemas. It's the highest grossing movie of the 4th of July weekend.
Ever.
Or something like that in America.
Yeah.
Also, America had a gun shooting on the 4th of July, so that's really ironic.
Yeah, you are right.
Also, Google had a fuck up where they put fireworks on when you typed in 4th of July, and then all the news articles for the 4th of July were the shooting. So they had fireworks blasting over the
That's not good.
4th of July homepage.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. And then after that happened, every time fireworks went off, you saw videos of people running away because they thought another gun shooting was happening. America!
Yeah, America's great, remember. Greatest country in the world.
Yeah, and I imagine they'll try and ban this item when it comes out eventually.
Yes, probably tech time and science shenanigans. And there has been a report from 3 men who have done clinical tests to try the male birth control pills and have described what it felt like. And now these have ranged from weight gain to mild euphoria.
Yeah. You gonna take the male birth control pill if it comes out?
Honestly, the first guy said it actually had no side effects and it just made him feel better.
Yeah.
If anything, it just said, oh yeah, I felt great. Like, I haven't felt this great in years.
Yeah.
He said his only criticism was you had to take 5 pills for 1 dose.
Yeah. But you don't get kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So, America, where they'll probably ban it.
Well, yes, because America do want to get rid of birth control.
Well, they're trying to, stop it.
Do you know what actually is a crazy thought that I sort of saw them do online?
No, go ahead.
Well, so they want to ban abortions and they want to ban contraception, which means more people will have babies and more people will want to have illegal abortions, right?
Yes.
And if you have an illegal abortion, that means you're now a criminal and can't vote.
Yes.
Which means this is the Republicans' way of getting rid of the people who don't vote for them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying, right?
Yeah.
At this point, it's not about getting rid of the rights, it's just about voters.
And they can then shoot the rest.
With guns.
Yeah.
And
It's the perfect strategy.
We can get 100% in every election now.
Yeah, we got the perfect strategy. But yeah, I would take the male birth control pill. Fuck it. If it works, then yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. Because I know the female one fucks up your system a lot of the time.
Yeah, it does. It really does mess them up. They actually talked about how it affects it. It's like low mood and low libido.
Yeah.
Whereas the male one seems to make you happier.
Yeah. Because testosterone isn't a good thing, despite what most men will tell you. High testosterone makes you highly volatile and highly unstable. You
need like a good amount.
Yeah, but I imagine this is going to be like I imagine just the is it right wing or left wing?
For what?
The one who's angry all the time.
They're both angry all the time for different reasons.
Okay, which one does the Donald Trump one? It's the right wing, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, right wing. Yeah, right wing. Donald Trump's right wing.
Yeah. I imagine that the amount of complaints of the men on that side just going, oh, you're not a real man if you take the male birth control pill. Do you want kids? No? Well, then take it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Because you're not letting your wife have it and you don't want kids anymore. It's fucking this.
I can also imagine the left wing also being complaining about this as well somehow.
No, they'd love it.
They're probably saying oh, why do men get the better birth control? I don't know. Something not equal.
It's just genetics.
Weird.
It would just be genetics, and also women won't have to take it. If you get men on it, it's a lot easier.
Yeah,
because it doesn't fuck up a woman's birth. Yeah, it's this is the best solution.
Also, does it?
Have you seen the little Switch one that they've been working on?
The what?
So what's the snippy thing where you get what's it called? Yeah, they've been working on a little valve thing that you then surgically install into the pipe of where it is, and you can turn it on and off, so you can stop. You just get one of those instead of having a vasectomy and it being a permanent thing. You just get a little tube switch turned on and off, so you just And if you want it to get if turned back on, you go to the doctors and you just get them to surgically turn it back on again. So if you want kids, it doesn't like immediately take the choice out. You just don't have to have kids at that current time.
Huh.
They're working on something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but that is being developed. Whether or not it's gone anywhere since I saw it ages ago, but
I'm pretty sure if you have a vasectomy, they can actually reattach it.
oh, it's possible to redo it. It's like even if vasectomy isn't 100% like a deterrent from having kids.
Yeah, you can have kids again.
Yeah, you can have it while still on a vasectomy. It's like even when it actually cuts, because it's not a perfect thing.
I think, I think my mum had a pregnancy scare because she thought my dad's reattached.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But, gender equality is finally happening, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I'd take it. I don't fucking care. It's like, if it works, it works. Or like it limits
Does it mean
just means you can raw dog people better.
No, it doesn't mean that you will feel better after you do it by yourself.
Maybe.
Because you know that, the guilt you get.
Oh, what post-nut clarity? Where you just become sad
you just
and
get guilt saying, well, what have I done?
Maybe. Maybe you get post-nut euphoria.
Yeah. Maybe you feel great after to go, yes.
Well, then it might just delete the addiction of masturbating.
That would also be good. But I doubt it would do that.
Well, dopamine is... but like we saw, Dan, people are fucking anime like girls in public. So.
That's mental, by the way. That's absolutely mental. And do you know what else is mental?
Like, we need to get those people on birth control. Those people should not be reproducing.
That's true. We don't want them anymore.
But then again, they have the inbuilt procedure of their personalities that will stop them from having kids.
That is true. They will definitely...
Because they will never get to meet a woman. That's why they fuck anime girls.
100%.
And speaking of people who would fuck an anime girl...
People on Twitter, I don't know if that's true. That's probably more like Reddit. But Twitter anyway.
I'd say what Elon Musk wants to... have you seen Elon Musk post a picture of a cat girl?
No.
He was trying to get like research into genetically making cat girls. I'm sure it was a meme, but he also did post that at some stage ages ago. Like he was taking Tesla funds to try and genetically make cat girls a real thing. So, or like retweeted an article about it. So like I'm sure Elon Musk has jacked it to hentai.
Yeah, well, Elon Musk's been in the news again as he's officially pulled out of the Twitter deal.
And he's going to the court.
Yeah, Twitter's suing him, saying, no, you're paying us this money.
So he posted a meme about how smart he is for getting out of the deal, where the only reason he's trying to get out of the deal is because he fucked up and tried to buy it at the worst time possible, and he doesn't want to lose all the money that he would have to spend on it. Because Twitter's share value has now dropped by 9% or whatever it is as well, since that news dropped. And so it's just ridiculous that this saga has continued to go on.
Honestly, I swear Elon Musk is actually just a terrible person.
He is. He's got like 9 kids and is just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, here we go. So it says, they said I couldn't buy Twitter, then they wouldn't disclose bot info. Now they want me to force to buy Twitter in court. Now they have to disclose bot info in court.
Yeah, which will then turn out that it's fine and there was no issue and he'll have to buy Twitter.
Yeah.
He's not gonna win. He basically tanked a company just for his own entertainment. It's so ridiculous that this man is allowed to have this much power.
I don't understand it. I was
Yes.
gonna say I don't understand how we've come to the end, but
well, that's how shows work, Dan. You eventually get to the last bit of news, which was that article.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you want to say more about it.
I don't have much to say. I just find it so ridiculous that this whole thing was... I've said from the beginning that he was not going to buy Twitter. And lo and behold, once again, I get it right.
Suck it, people. Danny got it right.
I understand business very well. It's just annoying.
Then why can't you do the business on this podcast?
Because I'm lazy. I understand it. Doesn't mean I want to do it. I have ethics. I understand business as a horrible morality. And I have too much of a heart. I'm too much of a good boy.
Okay, fair enough. And finally, let's go on to recommend do, recommend don't. What have you done this week that you would recommend?
Hanging out with friends. No, I don't recommend that. That's fucking boring and shit, and everyone you know and love will die eventually.
Okay. We already know you don't recommend Minions.
No, fuck that. What did I watch? I watched Baymax, which is the Big Hero 6 spin-off TV show. That people got very upset about because they had an episode where Baymax helped a little girl understand periods.
Why did they get upset about that?
Because Baymax went to a supermarket and was purchasing tampons and asked people in the store to recommend tampons. And then a bunch of people came around him and started handing him tampons, and one of them was a trans man.
Right.
And so people got very upset because Disney's trying to promote transgender to kids.
Oh. Is this people on the right?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, what's wrong with that? That seems alright to me.
It's literally like 2 seconds in a clip.
Also, kids not going to understand that.
No, they're just going to see someone with a trans
Also, how do you know
t-shirt.
it's a trans man?
Because they've got a trans t-shirt on.
Oh.
And they're buying Tampax.
What, you don't know? It could be a bloke.
But they say
buying
they
something's girlfriend.
use them.
Oh, okay.
So
It could be a bloke has a kink. You never know.
I don't know. Honestly, it didn't bother me, and I don't get why people are upset. And it's such a weird thing to get hung up on. But hey, look, whatever. What else did I watch? I've watched For Love and Thunder twice. I'm probably going to go see it again because I know someone else wants to go watch it, and I'm going to go watch it with them. I watched The Mummy, the original one, the 1999 with Brendan Fraser.
The original one.
Yeah, because I've already watched the Tom Cruise one, and that was garbage.
The original one, that was actually alright.
Yeah, I liked it. I had never seen it before. I just got bored and it was on Amazon, so I was just like, I'll watch that. I watched Monty Python's Meaning of Life. I finally have confirmation that a thing that I knew as a child, like a scene that had been playing in my head for years and I could never just like explain why I had that scene play in my head, finally got explained.
What scene was it?
So it's a man's running away from a bunch of naked women.
Yeah.
And then jumps off a cliff into a grave. And then it's like, how did you want to go? How did you want to go out from like death? Like, how did you want to go out in life? And I had that, and I thought I was crazy because I could never find the clip. And then I finally just watched the movie and I was like, oh, it makes sense. That's where I saw it as a child. Because I think it was just my parents or something were watching it one day, and I was just like at like 7 or something, and I just walked through the room, and I just saw that, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And that was just burned into my brain. And then I had never seen that clip anywhere else in the internet, and I talked to people about it, and they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I now finally know where it came from.
Honestly, Monty Python is like the pinnacle of British comedy. It's like the crown jewels.
I didn't really like what's the one where the Black Knight or whatever it is gets chopped down.
Oh, his arm?
Yeah, but what's the movie that it's in?
Oh, is that Life of Brian?
No, Life of Brian I enjoyed. It's the other one. It's
Flying Circus?
No.
There's 5 in them. I'm sure there's 5.
Yeah, it was one of... It was.
I know you mentioned about the Black Knight, but I do enjoy that joke there. That joke is great.
No, I've seen it too many times in other formats that it just got ruined for me.
Yeah, that was the original.
Yeah, but it got ruined.
Yeah, but as the original, it was
The
fantastic.
Holy Grail. That's the one.
Ah, the Holy Grail, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, that movie wasn't that funny to me because I'd seen like every joke like burned into like pop culture and it just wasn't funny because you just...
But originally, it was fantastic.
Yes, but I'd never watched it. I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm just saying it wasn't good to me because it was ruined by the internet.
But that is a great joke, though. I still love that joke. Where the arm gets chopped off and goes...
But both both The Meaning of Life and Life of Brian, I enjoyed. Like, I actually enjoyed...
Thin mint?
Yes.
Tis only a wafer thin?
Okay.
It's great. Anyway, this week I finally finished watching Peacemaker. I had watched the previous 4 episodes a couple weeks ago, and I finally finished the next 4 episodes, and they are great.
I still haven't watched it.
What I will say, for me, the first few episodes were a little slow. It was a lot more about embedding the character development and figuring out a lot more sort of character interaction. And then the last 4 episodes are all the payoffs.
Yes.
Which made the show overall fantastic.
It's only 8 episodes.
It's only 8 episodes, yeah.
Okay.
And they're not too long, they're about 50 minutes each.
Okay. Still need to watch it.
I would give it a go. It is good. It's definitely good. James Gunn is doing his best again. Clearly still got father issues. I swear everything he has got father issues.
Well, most of the MCU has father issues, so... I think just everyone who grew up in that time period who is now directing movies just has daddy issues.
Do you care about any spoilers for it?
No, I already know most of what happens in it.
What about... Okay, I'm going to say it anyway. Mild spoiler, where John Cena plays the piano.
Yep.
Do you know about that one?
Nope.
Well, anyway, there's a scene where John Cena is playing a piano, and that is the reason... And in the show, he's actually playing that piano. It's not over cover. He actually did it because he's actually musically talented. And the reason James Gunn had it was because... his dog was about to be put down, age 17 years old, and John Cena flew back to him. And then John Cena just started playing, I can't remember what song it was, but like a really nice song on the piano in the airport lounge. And he was like, I'm going to add that. And it was sort of like a little
memorial
for the dog in sort of the show, which is a nice moment.
Nice. Well,
yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'll get round to it. I just need to find it on a free platform. We need HBO Max. Yeah, I don't have that.
It's like £8.
I don't want to do that, though. I have enough streaming services. I have like 4 streaming services, and I don't want to pay for more. Like, these are the, like, as that stupid article said, you gotta get rid of your Netflix and your Disney Plus subscription so you can afford to buy a house. That's what's crushing. That's what's crushing the housing market is Netflix. People paying for Netflix and coffee rather than just people not getting paid fairly and the world being horrible.
But that is it. That is the end of the episode. Thank you for listening. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a review and share with your friends. Furthermore,
or if you don't have friends, just post it on a random subreddit.
That is true. You can always tweet us or DM us.
Or just go in public and just shout at people like a crazy man. Go, fucking download this podcast!
Yeah, that's true. Or you can tweet at us, message us, and give us abuse at podcasttfe on Twitter.
Or email us at tfepod@gmail.com.
.com.
I always forget .co.uk is a different...
And if you have any ideas on how we can improve the show, please give us those ideas. We would love to hear them.
Yeah, give us TVO suggestions. Give us
Yes,
news.
we definitely do need TVO suggestions. Please help with that one.
No, I got loads. Mine are great.
All right, fine.
Thank
you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Check out The Boys Season 3.
Spoiler review.